Hi, my name's Simeon Gill. I'm branch secretary of UMUCU, so the University of Manchester University and College Union. So often some of you will have a dilemma of whether or not you'll join a union. And I've just got a few explainers here of why you might give that some further consideration if you're not already a member. So why join a union? So principally what you've got to ask yourself is how much would you pay for a secure wage, a decent pension and good working conditions? Okay, UCU locally and nationally is the body which negotiates on pay, pensions and conditions, and the strength of its position in those negotiations rests on the level of its membership. So if you work in HE and you're grade 6 and above, the question is not can you afford to be in a union, it's can you afford not to be in a union. So the employer will consider membership density and use this to determine if it will respond to national or local demands of UCU. And UCU is the only recognised negotiation body for staff grade 6 and above in many universities. So within negotiations themselves, elected members of UCU's membership negotiate with UCEA for pay and conditions and UUK for pensions, but also locally, your UCU branch negotiators meet with management or HR for local conditions, so things which are specific to your employment environment. So as an example, UCU more recently negotiated over the implementation of a capability policy, which was brought in as a means to deal with staff's perceived performance, because previously that had been under disciplinary. So that's a local thing, but a lot of what you'll see at the moment is national. So these are the recognised negotiation structures. So if you're not in the union, you're not contributing to our negotiating strength to ensure we all get or maintain good pay and conditions. So why support a strike? When you cross the picket line, those actively on strike are the ones paying their subs and helping to ensure we get or maintain fair pay, pensions and conditions. So at a minimum, take a sticker, put up a poster and show support. Every time you ignore a picket, refuse a poster or fail to engage, you are actively telling your employer you are happy for them to attack your pay, pensions or conditions. So whilst unions are often denigrated, they're responsible for many of the things we all enjoy, like the weekend, holiday pay, sick pay, and a myriad of other things. So what would you pay to retain these things? And people might say, oh, it's fine. The unions, we secured those before, and the unions now, what we do is we maintain them. And anyone that sits in negotiations with employers will tell you there is a lot of maintenance to do. Often the employment environment is not looking out for the best interests of employees, it's looking out for the best interests of what it perceives as the entity, that organization itself. So why join a union? Maybe consider joining UCU to show at least you want to maintain and improve pay, conditions and pensions. So we have a good membership density, and every time our employer thinks, should I change this? It has to reconsider that against the number of people engaged. So if you're uncertain of joining, then when you cross a picket line, at a minimum, take a sticker, request a poster, engage and ensure we get a good outcome in these or future negotiations. Remember, UCU are your only negotiators here. So a union is not just an insurance policy to protect you from poor practices of your employer. It's what ensures you get and maintain a good pension, fair pay, and good working conditions. When these are attacked or decline, it's because the employer looks at engagement and membership density and figures it can get away with it. And that is why it's important that we're out and that we're ensuring that changes, negative changes to our work environment, are resisted in as many ways as we can. So really, in the context of this, as UCU is your only negotiator and the only means by which we get to maintain or improve our pensions, maintain or improve our pay, or maintain and improve our conditions, okay, you have to ask, can you really afford not to be in a union? Okay, I hope this is helpful in giving you some understanding of what it means to be in a union and why unions are so important. I look forward to seeing some of you on the picket line.